Everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. I'm Jim Heath. Welcome to our latest Electoral College map forecast, the first one beginning in the spring of 2024. And if you're a Donald Trump fan, things got just a whole lot better for you. We'll show you why in just a second. Everybody should take a deep breath. Remember, we're only in the beginning of spring of this election year. If you're a Joe Biden supporter, we have a long way to go, a lot of time to catch up. But I will say that it's been impressive that Donald Trump has held his lead in the Electoral College the way we see it with our forecast, which is a blend of state polls, not national polls, but state polls, and how we think things are looking on the ground, and also the resources of some of the top political consultants, Republican and Democrat, in each of the top 5 competitive states that we'll review here in a second. But if the election were right now, we believe Donald Trump would win 312 Electoral College votes. Way above the 270 that he needs to be elected president. Joe Biden would end the evening with 226. That's an improvement. If this holds, that's an improvement for Trump over 2016 when he got 304 electoral votes and beat Hillary Clinton, and a big improvement from 2020 when he lost to Joe Biden when he received only 232 electoral college votes. Now it's a clean sweep. The top 5 states that we're looking very, very closely at here at the Jim Heath channel, Donald Trump now leads in all 5 of them. Joe Biden is going to have to do a lot of work and turn these around. And again, we still have a lot of time and a lot of money to be spent, a lot of activities that are going to occur between spring and fall of this year. But let's take a look now at the top 5 states. These are the ones that, as I said, we're watching most closely here on the channel. Beginning with number 5, Wisconsin. Donald Trump now up 1.2%. 10 electoral votes in the state of Wisconsin. We believe right now Trump leads with over 1.2% of the total statewide vote if the election were today. Now to number 4, the state of Arizona, the Grand Canyon state with 11 electoral college votes. Donald Trump way up 5.4%. That's a pretty big lead. That is the biggest lead of our top 5 states. Keep in mind, though, there are a lot of dynamics in play in Arizona, including what we view as a very weak Senate candidate, Kari Lake, who lost the gubernatorial race just 2 years ago. She is going to be the U.S. Senate nominee. We don't know that she's going to do Donald Trump many favors, particularly in Maricopa County. Arizona could close, but that is a big lead, at least right now. To number 3, the state of Michigan with 15 electoral college votes. Donald Trump is up with 3.2%. This is considered a must-win for Joe Biden. We don't believe there's any scenario where he can reach 270 electoral votes, at least comfortably, without winning the state of Michigan. He's going to have to turn this around. There is turmoil within Democratic ranks in Michigan, mainly and largely over the issue of what's happening in Israel and Gaza, handling the Palestinians. A lot of young people, a lot of Arab Americans who make up a large coalition of the Democratic part in the state of Michigan are right now angry at Joe Biden. He's going to have to fix that, find a way to heal that. He has plenty of time to do it, but that has to be ominous for the Biden campaign, seeing Michigan now 3.2% behind Donald Trump. For the state of Georgia, our number 2 state that we're watching this election year, Donald Trump up 5%. Not quite as high as in Arizona, but that's a 5% lead. Again, we're using a combination of polling that we're looking at and other factors. I've been doing this a long time. I'll just add, as I do every time, I've been calling these electoral college maps since I was in high school and college, all during the 90s before I began my professional broadcasting career. I am not an advocate for Donald Trump or Joe Biden. I am calling it simply the way that I see it right now, based on a formula that I've used for decades. And right now in the state of Georgia, like the other states that we've talked about, Donald Trump is up and leading in a state that, frankly, Joe Biden also needs. And the one he needs most of all, and this is the big flip and the big surprise of this particular program, in Pennsylvania with 19 electoral votes, Joe Biden's home state, we now have Donald Trump leading by less than 1%. You might recall in our earlier forecast this year, we had Joe Biden winning Pennsylvania, but now a series of polls have come out that show him behind, and we combine everything, and he's 0.6% now behind Donald Trump in the state of Pennsylvania. This is must win. If Pennsylvania tips red, we don't see any scenario where Joe Biden is reelected president of the United States. And it also means of our top 5 states now, Donald Trump is leading in all 5 of them. This is a huge achievement at a time when there are questions about whether Donald Trump is going to be able to make payments on some of these lawsuits that he's lost. He's got other court cases coming up. Republicans are having a difficult time raising the same amount of cash that Joe Biden and Democrats are raising for the campaign ahead. So there are all kinds of question marks here, but as of right now, we do have Donald Trump now leading in all 5 of our competitive states that we're watching extra carefully, adding on to his electoral vote college margin from the last time we spoke, now up to 312 electoral votes for Trump and 226 for Joe Biden. I will emphasize again, we have a long way to go and there are a lot of twists and turns to go, but for Joe Biden, there must come a point in our forecast ahead where he is going to reclaim the lead. And when you look at some of these numbers, particularly in Georgia and Arizona, it's going to take a lot of work to begin to move those around. And as far as Pennsylvania and Michigan go, those are 2 what we view must wins for the president. And he's got a lot of work to do in those states as well. So good news for the Trump campaign in this forecast, some work to do and some discouraging news, quite frankly, for the Biden campaign. We still have a long way to go, and we will be here to cover it throughout the course of election 2024. Be sure to check out the channel, some of our other programming. Please be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're posting all of the campaign commercials from both the Trump and Biden campaigns as they come along. We'll also have a lot of podcasts and other various events throughout the course of this year. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jim Heath. We'll see you next time.
He's been watching the Electoral College map since high school and college. No one understands the race to 270 electoral votes better than Jim Heath. You can count on his fair and balanced analysis throughout election 2024. Be sure to subscribe and ring the bell. Thanks for watching the Jim Heath channel.